All right, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there, unto Israelite foreigners, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. I'm just going to go straight to the, wow, you see? Phone is acting up, Slakia. Let's go for it. Let's go.
Guys, I became debt-free driving for DoorDash. And it's been great. I'm my own boss, and I'm in control of my... So there's,
All right. I did the show, and then I guess... I don't know how they happened, but I'm going to let this thing...
Up until now, the use cases have been entertainment, just like this, a crowd of people, as well as education, research, and marketing. But the future is more in service robots. Robots that will actually help us as humans. So you might see something like this in a shopping mall or an airport. You go into your airport, where's your flight? I don't know where my flight is. I need some help. There's no humans to help me. But there's Amika. I'm going to go and ask Amika where my flight is leaving.
How does she handle all the questions from loads of people? I mean, a human would be confused here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very confused with all of these people in front of me. But no, Amika is just choosing one or two people to talk to. The eyes have got cameras in, so it does face detection. It can see the faces, so you can actually lock on to a specific person and then talk to that person. We actually have microphones, one in each ear, and that means that we can do directional audio tracking. So if the sound source comes from over here, then we can tell that because it hits this microphone before this one. In the same way that we also have a camera in each eye. So it is possible to do stereo vision.
When do you plan to let her walk?
Well, yeah, that is one of the projects we have on at the minute. We are looking at walking legs. We've already done quite a lot of work into it, but it, as you'd imagine, is quite a difficult task. And although it has been solved by a lot of universities and other companies, what we really want is for the legs to fit into a normal human shape. And that's the challenge. That's what no one else has done. So that's why we're really working towards that. So we think it'll probably be another 12, 18 months before we have a prototype walking.
So as you can clearly see, this is Amico, one of the things that's out there that's going to replace a lot of you people in this society. They're going to replace you're going to get replaced. All right. But that's not the focal point of this video, this particular video. And you could clearly see the narrative was being done and how all these corporations are publicly relying on artificial intelligence. All right. This is nothing new. A lot of brothers seen the videos of not only this one, the one where they ask the questions and this, that, to the third. This is the future. This is Esau's future. This is how he imagines his future would be. All right. And his imagination is being manifest into the physical. But this is nothing new. This is old thought process. All right. But it's just that now they could actually make these things talk. Like I'm straight to the scripture because I did the show. I guess I recorded and it didn't go through. Whatever. It is what it is. Satan is always hindering. For example, all of a sudden I can't go up. I'm in Psalms, right? Okay, sorry. Psalms. Let's go to the point. 94. That's not 95 and 6. I'm sorry. See? 94, 96. 96 and 5. It says, for all the gods of the nations are idols. All right. And what is an idol? All right. An idol. Hebrew word is Allah, Alaya. All right. Of naught, good for nothing, worthless, of physicians or shepherd or divination, a false god. So all these things that we see, these are all false gods. These are nothing, because vanity means nothing, which it says apparently from good for nothing, but analogical, vain or vanities, specifically an idol. Idol, no value, thing of naught. All right. Yes, you could get the information that you need to get to your flight, but overall, this thing has no merit. It has no breath. It has nothing. All right, of sense of value, something that easily couldn't be done. But this is, we're talking about a man that has a real vile imagination. The whole entire structure of Frankenstein and how Frankenstein creates, Dr. Frankenstein, which is a man, creates Frankenstein, which is not a man. He brings him, takes his body parts, and electrify it and make a monster, and the monster end up killing him. And this is throughout all Esau's movies. So why would you put yourself in that sort of position? Because these are vain thoughts, these are vain actions. All right, but it says, but the Lord made the heavens. But the Most High made the heavens. All right, and this is what inspired this whole entire show, which I'm gonna go through it again. But it's okay. This is what we're here for. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 5:15-1. But thou, O God, O power, art gracious and true, long-suffering and in mercy, ordering all things, meaning everything. Lord, the Most High Yahweh, governs everything. The thoughts of man's mind is not of his own, like the scriptures clearly tells you. These are the manifestation of the Most High's left-hand side of the power, which I'm going to get into. It says, for if we sin, we are dying, knowing that power, but we will not sin, knowing that we are counted dying. And that going to who? Israel. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the biblical Israelites. We are the possession of the Most High Yahweh. We are His people. Okay, so when we do certain things off, we get punished for it. Verse 3: For to know thee is perfect righteousness. And how you know the Most High? By what? You read. You read the scriptures, read about the law, statutes, and commandments, what appeases Him. But the main thing of them all is a fear of Him. All right? That's the beginning of perfect righteousness. Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality. See, Esau's out here is trying to reach a goal of living forever, living in these foul bodies. So he has his technology where he could take people's consciousness and put it into artificial intelligence. And you could watch plenty of movies or shows about that. Especially one thing that popped in my head is Black Mirror, when everybody's pretty much that's dying, put their consciousness in a computer chip, and then once their physical body is gone, in this virtual meta world, before it was called meta, they all live young and they all having a party. Well, for us, our immortality is going to be in the physical. All right, it's not going to be a thing of our consciousness is going to go into a computer. All right, or like some movies like Surrogate, when they live a double life. No, it's not gonna be that way. We are going to live forever. All right, without sin, because sin is death. It says, for neither did the mischievous inventions of man deceive us, nor imagine spotted with diverse colors the painter's fruitful labor, the sight whereof entice fools to lust after it, and so they desired the form of a dead image that have no breaths. Slack. So the elect is not going to be fooled by these things. All right. The rest of them are going to be fooled by these things. Like I said in the last show, when you go to the hood, any hood. I bet the whole time when the pandemic first started, the Botanicas was still booming. As a always booming business. You just go in there, get whatever deity you worship, you could put it in your house and do that sorts of things. Well, these are the same people that's doing the same thing. The scriptures clearly tell you that Lord made man upright, but he sought out what? Many inventions. So something that doesn't breathe, that needs to be built up, This is what a man trusts upon. So both they that make them, they that desire them, they that worship them, are lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon, because these are the gods that they reference. All right. For the potter, tempering soft earth, fashion every vessel with much labor for our service. Yea, of the same clay he maketh both the vessels that serve for to clean us, and likewise as also all such as serve to contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge. The employee is his labor lewdly. He maketh a vain god of the same clay, even he which little before was made of earth himself. So I heard it. Yeah, Esau is a devil, all right, but yet he's a man. But this is what this man trusts in. Okay, this is his future. Okay, and like the last show, I was trying to look it up, but he did say, Elon Musk said pretty much that he doesn't trust AI because eventually mankind become pets to the artificial intelligence. So let's ask $1 million question. Why would you create something like that? All right, because that's part of the Yahweh's trap. Okay, and we go back to this. It says, and within a little while after return to the same out, when his life was which was lent him shall be demanded. So our souls for a period of time was lent to us. What we know is us is not of us. It's the Father of souls that created us and put us in these vessels. So how are you gonna say these when we make something that's something greater than our Creator? That's off as all hell. It says, notwithstanding his care is not that he shall have much labor, nor that his life is short, but strive to excel goldsmith and silversmith, endureth to do like workers in brass, encounter it his glory to make counterfeit things, which it leads me to this particular scripture, which I had. It's crazy. It's just spirit, man. Acts 19 and start at 23. It says, in the same time there arose no small stir up about that way. All right, so this is talking about real quick when Paul, I believe Silas, went to Macedonia. Okay, and this specific character was around, but it hits the hammer to the nail. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, whom he called together with workmen of like occupation, and said, Sirs, you know that by this craft we have our wealth. Moreover, ye see and hear that not only in Phasia or Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. So that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that temple of great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worship. So what were they concerned of? They was concerned of their finances. They was concerned of making money. So if this was such a great God that they pray so much, shouldn't she curse them for not worshiping her? See? Men always fall for this trap, and it's no difference to 2022 and beyond. All right, it's always the same thing. Men is always going to worship what? Idols, which are nothing. It says, and when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, great is Diana of Ephesus, or Ephesia. All right, so they was pissed. So they praised their gods. All right, now it says, going back to Wisdom of Solomon 15:9, it says, notwithstanding his care is not that he shall have much labor, know that his life is short, but strive to excel, goldsmith and silversmith endureth to do like workers in brass counter, and his glory to make counterfeits. All right, what is a counterfeit? To make something to look like you. All right, like when you see a counterfeit dollar bill is not a real thing. So here it is, they're making something that's not real. These devils are working on artificial womb. So take the equation of the Most High, human, what they consider human contact, they would take that away and give you all this fake fraudulent thing. But this is all power of Yahweh on the left hand side. All right, that's all it is. It says his heart is ash, his hope is more vile than earth, his life of less value than clay. For as much as he knew not his maker, and him that inspired unto him an active soul, and breathe in a living spirit. But they counted our life past time, our time here a market for gain. For say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means. Meaning what? They're profiting off of these people. It's another prime example. The metaverse. Now the big thing in metaverse is people buying real estate. Why are they buying real estate? You got Jake that's out there promoting the fact that this technology is the new boom, the new Bitcoin. All right, when Bitcoin came out, it was pennies on the dollar, and those that kept their Bitcoin became millionaires, thousandaires. All right, so they're saying get a whole bunch of Bitcoin, and now with that Bitcoin, buy artificial land in this metaverse. This is the imagination of men. All right, and Esau's sitting back and looking at these fools like, okay, you're gonna give us your real resources, and we're gonna give you this fake fraudulent thing, which they've been giving this fake fraudulent thing. So the evil cycle continues. All right, for this man that have an earthly matter maketh brittle vessels, graven images, knoweth himself to offend above all others, and all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most foolish and are more miserable than vain babes. For they counted all idols of the heathen to be gods. And that's Esau. Esau take all these other gods under the sun and they worship them. All right, because what they are is a parasite that look for another host. So they try to find themselves to do everything under the sun. Never create something original, but this is as close as it get. And like I said, this is nothing new. It's just now we get to see idols speaking. It says, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor nose to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle. As for their feet, they are slow to go. And just like the man said, he said, we're looking to make human legs. Why do you have to create something so great? Why does it need to have something that's vile to it? Because you have to create these things. And this is what they trust in. And this is why one of the main reasons why the Lord is going to destroy this place, because the very first commandment. All right, I shall not have no other gods but the Most High Himself, which Theodore Roosevelt said that the Bible is more better than a college education, and Ronald Reagan said this is the law. The Bible is the law of the land, which they all lied by out of the devil's own mouth. All right, which clearly shows you that they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. They all vain. It says, for man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them, but no man can make a God like unto himself. So this what we see is a trap from the Most High himself, man. For being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with wicked hands, for he himself is better than the things which he worshiped, whereas he lived once, but they never. So these idols never live, but yet they put so much trust into it. And that's Esau for you. That's his masterful plan. Because this is all going to lead to the RFID microchip, which is all going to lead to them to control people, which is all going to lead for them to slaughter the majority of mankind, and for them to think that they rule the world to come. All right. So hey, just starting real quick through the spirit of Yahweh Shem. Lord, one of you brothers edify. Shalom.